I just got back from the park and I stopped by the grocery store. So I got some pretzel bread. I got some grapes. I got some vegan chicken. It's chicken because it's not chicken. And I also got some like protein shakes for the morning. I noticed that I have been really ravenous throughout the day lately, so I'm trying to make sure that I start my day off right with enough protein, and I'm hoping that might help a little bit. I really love these Koya, like especially the cold brew coffee is really nice, and they're vegan as well. And I'm in a rush. Now I see what influencers be talking about when they say they're in a rush. I'm in a rush. I have to be in Alexandria soon, essentially. I have my sailing lessons tomorrow and my life jacket is being delivered to Alexandria. So I'm going to pick it up there. Maybe I'll be able to film a little bit tomorrow, but probably not. Maybe I'll get a couple shots of the water. But I'm really excited for sailing lessons. This year I've been really trying to push myself and learn a lot of new things. I've taken a tennis class, I've taken a skiing. I went on a ski trip where they taught us how to ski. I'm still a beginner, I'm not good at it. And with tennis, same thing, but I feel like over the years I can get better at them. This is just the year where I'm trying to start a few things. But I've been wanting to do sailing for a long time, and I'm happy that I'm giving myself a chance to do it. Something else that I've been wanting to do is make good videos. I just want to build the skill of being able to edit a video and for it to read well, for the story to make sense. I just want to have that skill. So I was able to get a camera and just try at it. I mean, this is me trying. So I hope you like the video, but I'm new to this, so it's not gonna be perfect, but I'm trying to do it anyway. I feel like the things that I really desire for myself, I put them on the back burner. For example, if I'm at work and something needs to get done, I don't think about if it really needs to be done. I just do it, if that makes sense. But in my personal life, for example, doing YouTube, I've wanted to get a camera for years now, and I told myself before I got my current job last year when I was interviewing, I was like, when I get this job, or if I get this job, I'm going to get myself a vlogging camera as a reward. But when I got the job, I didn't do that. I found so many excuses. I was decorating my apartment, I was moving, I was starting a new job, and those are real reasons why not to do something. I was busy, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, once my capacity freed up, I'm glad that I still took the chance and prioritized something that brings me true joy and prioritize a skill that actually feeds my soul. Even though I'm super tired today, I still want to do this, and I'm excited to edit the video later and get better at that. So I guess this is kind of inspirational. Like, if you have things that you've been wanting to go after for a while, I hope you're able to give yourself a chance to do those things, especially if you have the energy and the capacity to do it. And really ask yourself if you have the energy and capacity. Like, you may be putting that same energy and capacity into other things that don't really deserve it, and I think it's worth it to explore the things that are really important to you. Okay, that's my spiel. Bye today. How I know it's Friday? Because my place is a little bit messy. I have socks on the floor. I have, like, you know, used dishes and stuff, magazine on the floor, everything on the couch. But hopefully I'll be able to address some of that later this week, or later this weekend, when I can clean up a little bit. So I just took my first sailing class. It was really fun, really technical as well, but exciting. Hello, party people. How's it going? So I just got back from work a few hours ago. It's like Monday or something. It's Monday and it's raining outside. It's very gloomy, kind of cozy. As you can see with the lighting. Yesterday I went to Home Depot with my mom and I was able to get this vanilla ice cream color sample for my apartment, for the new apartment. This apartment I wasn't able to paint at all because when I moved in here I already had the idea that I wasn't going to be staying for very long. Now that I'm moving, I actually really like this apartment. I guess it's true what they say, like you don't know what you have until it's gone. And I think I have felt that way with most of the apartments that I've lived in. After some time, I usually just start really loving the apartment, especially because of the time and effort that I put into it. And it makes it sad to leave. But this next apartment that I'm going to be living in, if things are okay there, I will not be moving for at least a few years. It's smaller than this one, but it is more like what I'm looking for. It has a little bit more light, and I think I will like that neighborhood as well. I love this neighborhood, I really do, but it'll be nice to explore something new. And I do plan to stay in that new place for a few years. This is the other color that I picked for maybe like the entryway area. And I think it should be nice. There's like this as well. So these are pretty similar. On the camera they look more burgundy, but in person they look more purple. The thing is though that depending on the lighting in the specific part of the apartment that I'll be in, they might appear burgundy or purple, and depending on the other colors around as well. I've been reading this book recently called The Memory Police. I got this book a few months ago from one of the free libraries around the city. It's been a nice book so far. I'm also listening to an audiobook of 1984 by George Orwell. And I've been listening to that book for maybe I'm 1 or 2 hours into it so far, and I can definitely see a lot of similarities between 1984 and this book. But the thing is that this book, The Memory Police, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it, but there's an interesting relationship in there. I'm only halfway through the book, so I can't really spoil it. But there's an interesting relationship in this book that doesn't really abide by our moral rules of the society we know, and the author doesn't allude to why that is bad in any way. I will say it's not anything risque really, but I'm gonna wait and see until the end of the book to see if they address it at all. Essentially, there's an island where people disappear, and things disappear one by one, and they just keep disappearing. And every day the main character wakes up, not every single day, but a lot of the days there is something else that has disappeared. And when something disappears, it kind of disappears from their sense. They can't really remember what that thing means to them, and they can't necessarily sense it, and it doesn't mean anything to them anymore. So essentially things lose their sentimental value. For example, like flower petals, if it disappears, they won't be able to sense the striking color. They won't be able to appreciate what flowers mean as a symbol in society, and just things like that. So it's a pretty good read, a very like mellow read, I will say. It's a very good book to read like before bed, because it doesn't necessarily like overstimulate your senses. There's not too much action going on most of the time. Another color that I got was this pink color. Honestly, I was initially planning to paint my living room this color in my apartment, but after sitting with it for a while, I realized that this color is really bright and I don't necessarily want to see it time and time again. I think I'll get tired of it pretty fast. It's beautiful, but it's really striking. Did you hear that? That's thunder. Ooh. I'm really excited for this move, like I said before. But if I could stay here, I would. It's just that the apartment building doesn't always perform maintenance the way they should. The laundry rooms aren't the best, and like the elevators don't always work, so that's why I'm moving away. But I do like that it has so much space. Let me talk a little bit about this time period in my life. Right now, I feel pretty content with things, and I think it's really because I've been actively pursuing the things that actually matter to me. For example, I bought this camera and I've been making an effort to vlog. So even though my life hasn't changed in a material way very much, I still feel pretty happy and content. Now, this isn't a feeling that lasts forever. It's not like, oh, I feel content right in this moment, and if I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm gonna still feel content. It's just kind of a consistent pattern over the past like month of my life. However, I still feel, happy, sad, exhausted. We went to a soccer game on like Saturday, and it was really fun. It was a women's soccer game. They lost, but they really put in their best effort. And how does that relate to contentment at all? I think if you are living according to your values, when I'm living according to my values, my material situation may not look the best always. However, if I'm focusing on the things that actually matter to me, then I feel a sense of pride about how I'm spending my time. Earlier this year, or I guess last year, I got this job my current job, I got it last year. And I have a really long commute. I commute for an hour a day. And I used to have this really toxic coworker. I used to have this really toxic coworker, and every time I went into work, I would feel so drained. Like whenever I sent an email, she would sit in her office and like laugh at me, and I wasn't the only person she did this to. She did it to a few people, but like she just acted like kind of a mean girl, and I was constantly just anxious about my work. And the thing is, I do good work, like I take a lot of pride in it, but to have someone just be so unappreciative of the things that I was doing, and I was working so hard to please her, but until the day she left, she was never pleased with anything that I did. But yeah, that situation made it kind of a toxic workplace to be in at the time, and I was just constantly anxious about like, can I do this job? Can I do this job? Am I gonna keep my job much longer? Am I going to be here? This situation isn't the best for me. Can I change things? And right now I'm sitting here and things have not necessarily changed. Like I still work where I work, I still commute an hour, but I now feel a lot happier. I feel more at peace. I'm just not constantly activated anymore, and that's something I'm thankful for. That was lightning. This is, I wonder if you can hear what's going on. It's crazy. It's raining out there like crazy. Wow. And I don't want to show you because maybe I plan to update or upload this vlog like before I move. and you know, internet safety and all that stuff. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's where I am at right now. I feel pretty good. Here are some things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for living close to family. Last year I was in California and I wasn't close to family, and I felt really disconnected from like my soul, if that makes sense. I feel grateful for like having a job, having an income. This is a really hard time for a lot of people in America, and I feel like grateful that I'm safe and secure, and financially safe and secure as well. I feel grateful to have like friends who care about me, and honestly the ability to practice my hobbies. I've been doing sailing and it's great. I'm definitely gonna keep showing up for it and keep meeting people, keep myself open, and hopefully that way it's something that I can really like hunker down into. I'm surface level with a lot of things, a lot of sports, a lot of hobbies. Like I learned how to sew and I haven't done it since I took the class. Tennis, I've been playing tennis for a couple, like maybe months now, and I love tennis so much. But after sailing, I'll have to pick it back up. And I have been just trying to like build a wide breadth of hobbies foundationally. However, I think I have a real opportunity right now to expand on that and to actually get good at some of these things and to actually like immerse myself in the experience instead of just knowing things at a surface level. I also just want to like lose myself in something, if that makes sense. Well, I guess not necessarily lose myself, but just find a new part of my identity in something else, like going sailing all the time, or like playing tennis and like putting my all into it, and just being a more passionate person. That wasn't necessarily one of my goals at the beginning of the year, but I find that it's something that I'm moving more towards now, and I'm really grateful for it. So, in the comments, if you can, tell me one thing that you're looking to be more passionate about this year. And that's how we'll close out the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Eileen. Welcome to the channel. I hope I can be a little bit more consistent on here, build my skill of video making, and just share a little bit more about my life as well. Okay, see ya. Bye.
Where's the tennis?